Rafael Nadal is the top seed. Unfortunately, Carlos Alcaraz out with injury. Casper Ruud, the number 2 seed. Tsitsipas has played very well in Australia. Novak Djokovic, well, you'd have to say he owns that center court. What do you like out of these guys, Jimmy?
Well, Djokovic is the heavy favorite, even though he's a number 4 seed. He's the favorite coming in, the way he's played, even the way he played last year. He only lost a handful of matches when he did get to play last year. Medvedev is also very dangerous, obviously, in Australia in the heat. He can run all day. He makes you play. They don't have Nick Kyrgios' name on there, but Nick Kyrgios is a guy that can be dangerous, as he showed you making the final of Wimbledon. And Seb Korda. I'm going with some names that aren't on there. Seb Korda played remarkably well the first tournament of the year and really outplayed Djokovic in that final. Djokovic found a way to win, but he had to save a match point to do it.
So a couple of guys I'm going to ask you about. So Tsitsipas has obviously played well, and all of a sudden Alcaraz kind of jumping that little generation, maybe some pressure. He's made the finals of the French, pressure for him to possibly win his first major. But I'm also going to ask you about Felix Auger-Aliassime, because coming into the Australian Open last year, he'd made a couple of quarterfinals. He made the quarters last year, but then a couple of hiccups at Grand Slam level, kind of struggled in the Grand Slams for the remainder of 2022. But he had such a monster season last year, finished on a high note. How do you like his chances in Australia?
I never know with Felix Auger-Aliassime, to tell you the truth, because he's got a huge game, as you've been talking about, but he plays matches at times where the level drops, where he can lose to 75 or 80 in the world. And that's difficult when you have to win 7 matches to win a tournament. And that's what happens at the Grand Slam. So he has the game to go all the way. He has all the weapons he could possibly need. Can he keep it consistent enough over 2 weeks where he's able to win the title? I don't know the answer to that. I've never seen it yet from him.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot one more time, because that's what I like to do. So we talked about the top 16 seeds. You mentioned Korda and Kyrgios. Who's going to get further at this year's major?
Well, I think I'm going to go with Korda. We're in America. We're on Tennis Channel. I know Seb Korda. I don't really know Kyrgios. I'm going with Korda.
All right, he's going with the more steady man. Kyrgios, we know, can play incredible tennis, but you're never quite sure what you're going to get.